Hi, Commissioners. Thanks for joining us today. I really didn't have any questions until I started hearing the other questions. So earlier today, we heard it was obligatory to have a well-rounded energy portfolio, including AEPS components, and I'm curious if you would speak toward that more. I just read a study from somebody who hangs solar panels. His son's very successful with the Green Rooftop program in Chicago. And he wanted to know why I couldn't get behind it. And when we did the homework, we found out Pittsburgh area only has 33 days of what they call harvestable solar sunshine. So my question is, in our portfolio, what is being counted on as the division of electrical sources, and how do they fall? Gas so much, coal so much, nuclear so much.
I'm going to look to my commissioners to assistance on the amount. I think coal still is at like 37%. Natural gas is probably around
23, I think.
23%.
I think natural gas and PJM is 23%.
Okay, that brings up an interesting thing, because, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but they all kind of tie together. For 3 days, I've been told by DEP, DCNR, and anybody that wants to say it, that the reason for coal's demise is the growth of gas. I'll buy that. Fissile materials that you can combust through a turbine to create electrical energy. My question is, how many of these gas burners are up and running now since we took 11 coal plants offline? And your figure earlier, Commissioner Paulson, 10 megawatts, we on Energy Committee have been working with a number closer to 4 gigawatts we're taking offline. So I'm curious as to, are we filling that hole? How fast are we doing it? And how is it breaking down? Where are the sources?
I don't know if you...
So you go back, I mean, look at some of the investment. I think it was an earlier question. Just these are new merchant plants being built.
They're being built.
They're built. I mean, Moxie Energy.
They're
Panda,
operational.
Calpine 2 down in York County. These are 500-plus megawatt gas plants that are being built here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I shouldn't say built. They are. Calpine 2 will be done in June timeframe of this year. The other 2 plants are up and running, and that's a direct play on Marcellus. But back to the earlier point, if you had the grid operator here, I think there's a little bit of, let's look out 5 years here. How do we get back to, as not only as a country, but as a state and as a regional grid, how do we get back to fuel diversity? Because I will be honest with you, as much as we have it, Marcellus, we're blessed with it, I remind people that natural gas is a schizophrenic commodity.
Sure
Commissioner
is.
Coleman alluded to it. In 2008, rate caps are coming off. We're in a $14 per MMBTU market. Now we're in a $3.30 per MMBTU market. So things that we need
Economy of scale has adjusted downward.
And if I might add, it's also important to think about underutilized gas prior to the advent of shale. What a big shift towards gas has been is just increasing utilization in existing gas plants as well.
Sure is. No disagreement. Okay, I'll cut off with this. Last year there was quite a shootout that resulted in the resignation of one of our department secretaries concerning Chapter 78 and 78A. Now, as you know, I come from the traditional gas field. We have 14,000 shallow wells in Armstrong County and 17,000 right next door in Indiana. We're used to collection tanks in the yards. I'm told by my producers that the discord over 78 and 78A has made it really, really hard for them to get permitted to put their traditional gas, the drier, shallower gas, into the gathering lines. I think as a commodity we really need to capitalize on. These are our traditional friends. And the shale gas, for which Armstrong I know has 118 deep wells, is producing quite well, just like Westmoreland, our vice chairman's home county. My question, and you don't have to answer it now if you want to send me a letter or something, what kind of difficulties has the difference between 78 and 78A posed for the PUC? The one is supposed to address only high-pressure double hull.
I appreciate the opportunity for us to be able to get back to you on an answer with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.